Welcome back to another Comic Studio video, and we're gonna be looking something a little bit appropriate for today as well. As we seen this that I just turned on the mouse cruiser on, we're looking something that probably going to be all suitable for children, and it was probably better than the alphabet LORE. It was the Letter Factory Comic Studio because it's actually since right here it was a television show from the Letter Factory because that was a limited series throughout from the 1980s or the 1990s as well. So I'm probably this isn't gonna be going for probably as well from the late 70s or the early 1980s as well. So as you're gonna be trying to do to see any drafts as well, we're gonna be making for some sort of a one thing we possibly indeed it as well. As we're gonna be trying to do this, as for the very first time, we got the multiple of letters and some sort of for the multiple like these characters. The first characters from those things isn't going to be from these things as well. So even if it's actually gonna be better around for all 26 letters have just gonna be came up for just around here. So how many alphabets that we're gonna be trying to do this? The A is for automobile, the B is for really like things for just for a musician like this guy for as well. The C is stands for cold, and D stands for drum. The E is for eldest. The letter F is going to fly all the way up here just like an angel. The G is for the gym like themselves into that kind of store like this somewhere. The H stands for hot. I stands for yikes as well, so probably that sounds like an egu. Or likely for the icky things as probably as well. J stands for jumping jacks. And K sounds for Japanese karate as well. I never pretty heard about for this thing, and because of one thing that I just saw from some sort of a Cookie Monster show, from sort of a Cookie Potter as well. And the L sounds for, and probably it is gonna be for lollipop. The M is gonna be for muffins. The N, it was not actually that says the N word, which means it stands for saying no. Yo is gonna be going for swinging like those things into screaming all the way from ridiculously louder noises as well. And the letter P is absolutely gonna be saying the P word or the P sound, or likely this thing is I'm probably sure that isn't gonna be really interested, that I'm probably noticeable like I try to say. The Q stands for saying whack like it says, and it was probably obviously pretty good as well. The R is for stands for the Rivian, like an automobile, like anything as well. Even because like the letter R instead of those kind of like the stupid like these of those characters as well. The S stands for snake, which is pretty good, and because the realistic snake sounds pretty such as a one awkward thing was actually this thing as well. T is for traditional magical or some sort of a magicians or the magician or the likely itself. It was for the talented man from over here instead of that kind of shark. U is for umbrella and V is for vibrating. W is actually like for the W world of this remixing or the remixing like the DJ as well. So I really don't think this could be the 90s era. Like the W, it's not for the double twin. It was like some sort of for the outer world, such as the bizarre things like this guy. And the X stands for the X-ray, not for ninja, because of the letter X sounds for diplicating or the duplicating as well, because as such as the letter K. The letter Y stands for cheerleader as really possible, not emotional, or emotional as well. And the last thing is the letter Z. It sounds for sleeping, and it's for sleeping as well, instead of those zipper as well that we came around here. The words of those things and diagraphics and blends we got here, and bird fur as well, and it was gonna be to do this as well. That frog was named Tag, or the Tad as well. So it's not probably to do this as well. So maybe we will try to do like anything it goes, but we're able to be seeing the background first. The first thing it is, we have some sort of a 1980s house. It's just like the South Park reference, like isn't gonna be try, it wasn't like any try to be as well. So we're gonna be looking up into the factory. So that must be the letter D word was actually a dolphin, dog. The letter E stands for eat. And what is do is this? And the letter F stands for fan it is. Or the letter C, it was actually cold. Or the inner cold as well. We're probably sure that could be might handle to do this, that I just added a parking lot instead for one of these letters or numbers right itself. There's the letter I is for igloo or frog as well, or ice. And this is the factory that we came from. And there must be the letter A, just like it really was. And what about there must be a conveyor belt? There's a Q here and the letter R here, and stands for ring roads, unlike these things as well. From the oats, there must be the O is for the letter oats as well. And the K is for some sort of a kite. The M right here was actually going to be going for over here. And the last couple of images, unlike those, sounds like the R is for the letter ring. The U is for the umbrella, like we already said. And the V, nothing able to do this like themselves. Even still manufacturing progress. So now probably it's gonna be over here. But this is absolutely for a one thing. This is the town. And what is this? A secondary town from outside the factory. And because really it was, there must be some sort of a person. And there is a handyman. It was actually for some sort of a factory. That was pretty gonna be a little bit exciting. How many of those things, but I try to do this, something is absolutely gonna be trying to get a little bit better. And then absolutely, of course, this is going to be such as Monsters Incorporated. And the next one is Math Circus. This is pretty actually trying to get a little bit easy while you try to make it anyways. Unlike the Squid Game reference, but not. And the next one is Complex. It was a little bit for pretty sure. And I gotta be trying to add it for one this. And then there should be one more. There must be for a town park center or a storybook factory. And the last one is going to be the 3D world of the letter factory. I guess I was right. Now I might gonna be going to edit something as really as possible. And I really suggest that could be some sort of a one thing that I really literally add from about of this thing. Unless I'm gonna be added a Claire cookie, as I'm just absolutely trying to do anyways. Before we're gonna be end of this video, I barely using for some sort of a cookie run comic studio around for such as studio crossovers, and I'm probably not sure that I just ran late as well because I just completely stepped in about for 2 hours, and I probably definitely never why as well. So that must be the one fact, except for one missing in the bottom of the middle as well. So we have some sort of, we're almost of the time balance department characters around for the cookie run oven break, not except the kingdom as well. We have two agencies, or the producers, or some sort of a CEO like these things, as well as like the chat and Cappuccino. We have Crossing, and I don't really think this is absolutely nameless. It's gonna be going to Schneeball. There must be Schneeball, and another one is Coffee Candy, and the banquet as well. I'm not sure. This is actually for some sort of like this an unknown name. It was the banquet cookie from over here. There is a cloud cookie, and because in Coffee Candy cookie was written something, we got multiple of those characters, including for that one, and a little bit of one mice as possible that I just use around for the NPCs. And in that house, in some sort of an applehead house, or like these things, that the Mercury Milan has parked or is sitting on this one, so I just absolutely try to move a little bit as well. But we definitely gonna be trying to do anyway, so that could be the end of this video for sure. And if you just hopefully like with this video, if you just gonna be trying to find of this character, unfortunately I'm unable to try it, and I kind of believe it that is absolutely for the one letter as well. And the next time that I just gonna be revisiting back into the letter factory, I might gonna be trying to compare for all of these letters, or probably this is not going to be just one try to do itself for one thing. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And thanks for watching, for all your support. And don't forget, the link is gonna be in description below. And that is all that I just tried about to say around here in this comic studio. Thanks for watching, and this is gonna be Turbo Concept is signing off, or probably that I'm almost saying this for many more reasons as well. And I'll talk to you mini lads and many all of those views around America all later, as possibly that I'm just fine to get another video as possible, no problem.